In this exposé, we are tearing the label off the industry to reveal the shocking truth about what is really swimming in your beer. We are naming and shaming the 8 UK brands you need to avoid immediately. From hidden glucose syrups and contaminated batches to additives linked to cancer and banned across Europe, what you're about to discover may permanently alter your next trip to the pub. But stay with me until the end. Once we have cleared the toxic fog, I will reveal the 3 elite brands that still brew beer the right way. Real ingredients, zero shortcuts, nothing hidden. Let's expose the first offender. Carling, the chemical giant. Carling dominates British taps like a colossus, millions of pints poured weekly. But here is the secret Molson Coors berries. Carling uses corn syrup during fermentation instead of traditional barley malt. This is the same cheap sweetener found in processed junk food. It is there for one reason: cost. Drinkers on Reddit have compiled void lists, specifically because of the sickly sweet aftertaste and the brutal, chemically induced hangovers. That isn't a coincidence, it's chemistry. The process includes modified maize starch, an industrial thickening agent used to fake body and foam. Carling also uses hop extract rather than whole hops, stripping away natural antioxidants and leaving you with isolated chemical bitterness. Independent testing even detected propylene glycol alginate, a synthetic stabilizer from the same chemical family as automotive antifreeze. You are drinking industrial cost-cutting in every glass. Foster's. The Manchester Imposter Foster's markets itself as the authentic Australian lager. The truth? It is brewed in Manchester by Heineken UK. The amber nectar is a facade. Inside you will find corn syrup replacing malted barley. You will also find isinglass, fish bladder collagen used for clarification, meaning vegetarians and vegans are unknowingly consuming fish derivatives. Worse still, Foster's uses caramel coloring class III and IV, created through ammonia processing. Studies link class 4 to 4-MeI, a compound associated with cancer in lab studies. California demands warning labels for this. The UK stays silent. The can linings contain BPA, a potent hormone disruptor linked to reproductive disorders and metabolic chaos. It is Australian marketing delivering Manchester-brewed industrial sludge. Stella Artois, the premium illusion. Stella hides behind a veneer of Belgian sophistication and premium pricing. But a higher price tag does not guarantee purity. Stella Artois utilizes genetically modified, GMO corn and rice as adjuncts to slash costs while mimicking quality. In 2023, independent labs detected glyphosate, the herbicide linked to non-Hodgkin lymphoma, in contaminated barley. Juries have awarded billions to victims of this chemical, yet here it is in your premium pint. Add in the unlabeled fish bladder gelatin, isinglass, and BPA-lined cans, and the reassuringly expensive slogan starts to feel like a bad joke. You are paying a premium for industrial shortcuts and pesticide residue. Budweiser, the king of chemicals. The self-proclaimed king of beers is brewed under license in the UK by AB InBev, and there is nothing regal about the recipe. Budweiser replaces barley malt with rice, a cheaper grain that thins the body. It uses corn syrup and multiple synthetic stabilizers, including propylene glycol alginate. It relies on artificial hop extracts, stripping away any nutritional benefit from the plant. Lab testing has detected glyphosate residue from heavily sprayed GMO crops surviving into the finished beer. The cans are lined with BPA-containing epoxy resins. The distinctive taste doesn't come from quality, it comes from rice, adjuncts, and chemical engineering. This is not brewing royalty, it is industrial mass production at its most cynical. Corona Extra, the clear bottle trap. Corona sells the dream of a Mexican beach party, but the clear bottle is a trap. Light destroys beer, creating skunky off flavors. To combat this, Corona adds extra preservatives like tetrasodium pyrophosphate. The recipe includes GMO corn syrup and propylene glycol to stabilize the beer for shipping across thousands of miles. 2024 testing revealed some of the highest glyphosate levels among imported beers. That lime wedge wasn't added for tradition, it was added to mask the bland, chemical taste of a lager, stripped of character and loaded with preservatives. San Miguel, the corn syrup Spaniard. San Miguel projects Mediterranean authenticity, but behind the label lies a formula dependent on glucose syrup and adjunct grains like corn and rice. Drinkers report a cloying, sickly sweetness, the hallmark of cheap corn derivatives accumulating in the system. San Miguel offers zero transparency. No ingredient lists, no sourcing details, just manufactured mystery. Like the others, it uses hop extracts and synthetic foam stabilizers found. In antifreeze, it is Spanish heritage marketing wrapping a product indistinguishable from budget British swills. Guinness. The Black Stuff's dark secret Guinness is an icon. The creamy head, the surge, the history dating back to 1759. But the modern pint is a far cry from Arthur Guinness's vision. Guinness uses isinglass, fish bladder for clarification, making it unsuitable for vegetarians. The signature black colour is maintained by Caramel Colouring Class III and IV, produced with ammonia and linked to the carcinogen 4-MeI. The brewing process uses modified barley and high-fructose corn syrup. The widget in the can is a marketing gimmick injecting nitrogen gas to fake the texture that traditional brewing used to create naturally. Owned by the massive conglomerate Diageo, Guinness prioritizes global consistency over traditional integrity. Greene King IPA, the great betrayal. Taking the #1 spot is Greene King IPA, perhaps the most misleading name in British brewing. The truth, it is not an IPA, it is a golden ale brewed with industrial shortcuts. Greene King uses adjuncts like corn and wheat to cut costs. It relies on caramel colouring to fake a golden hue instead of using quality malts. It uses hop extracts instead of whole English hops, delivering chemical bitterness without the soul of the plant. Lab tests have detected glyphosate contamination. The cans are lined with BPA. For a brewery with over 200 years of Suffolk tradition, this is a betrayal. They trade on history while selling a product that abandons everything that history represents. Now that we've cleared the toxic fog, here is the hope. These three brands prove that beer can still be brewed with honour. Fuller's London Pride heritage done right. Brewed at the Griffin Brewery in Chiswick since 1845. The recipe is pure, pale ale malt, crystal malt, whole leaf British hops, Target, Challenger, North Down, and Thames water. Fuller's uses whole leaf hops exclusively, never extracts. You get the natural oils and antioxidants. Independent tests confirm zero glyphosate, zero pesticides, zero synthetics. It is cask-conditioned, living beer. Fuller's remains fiercely independent, rejecting corporate takeovers to protect this very quality. Adnams Southwold Bitter Suffolk's finest, operating in Southwold since 1872. Adnams uses Maris Otter Pale Malt and Fuggles hops, nothing else. Adnams publishes complete sourcing details, specific malt varieties, hop farm locations. They have nothing to hide. Lab tests confirm absolute purity. This is cask-conditioned beer that takes time and skill to develop, not chemical shortcuts. Family-controlled and obsessed with sustainability, Adnams is British brewing at its purest. Timothy Taylor's Landlord the Champion. Taking the top spot is Timothy Taylor's Landlord from Keighley, Yorkshire. The recipe is 4 ingredients: Golden Promise barley malt, Styrian Goldings hops, yeast and Pennine water. No adjuncts, no corn, no syrup. Brewing since 1858, they have refused every takeover offer. They use whole leaf hops and traditional fermentation that takes weeks, not days. It has won Champion Beer of Britain 4 times, not because of marketing, but because of taste. This is what beer looked like before corporations corrupted it. There you have it. 8 chemical cocktails and 3 icons of integrity. If this opened your eyes, hit like, comment the brand that shocked you most, and share this with your drinking buddies. Subscribe now so you never miss the truth about what's really in your glass.